Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, in this video we'll dive into Laila Lalami's novel Hope and Other Dangerous Pursuits through several carefully selected quotes. We will explore how the author portrays the complexities of everyday life, struggles, and human emotion. We will also reflect on whether these portrayals challenge Orientalist perspective or not. So let's get started. First quote is from page 53. Aziz sits in a waiting area, observing a woman in brown suit argue with a teller about phone charge, and an old man who is quickly surrounded by street kids after cashing a check. So these quotes offer a glimpse into the daily struggles of ordinary people, while contrasting Aziz's deeper internal conflict about a significant life change. It doesn't directly challenge the Orientalism, but indirectly resists it by presenting a nuanced and realistic portrayal of life in Morocco. Orientalism often portrays Eastern societies as exotic, overly simplistic, or stuck in tradition. However, this scene shows a modern and relatable reality, arguments about bills, children begging, and personal aspiration. By focusing on universal struggles, this quote avoids reducing Moroccan life to stereotypes. It humanizes the characters and rejects the exotic lens often used in Orientalist view. So the next quote is from page 56. Aziz woke before the alarm clock rang. Zohra was already awake. She sat on her side of the bed, her arms around her knees. "You're coming back," she said, and he couldn't tell from her tone if it was a question or a statement. So these quotes capture a tender and emotionally complex moment between Aziz and Zahra. It focuses on their human connection and the uncertainty surrounding Aziz's departure. While it doesn't explicitly challenge Orientalism, it resists it by presenting an intimate and relatable experience that avoids stereotypical portrayals of Eastern relationships. Orientalism often depicts Eastern relationships as either overly passionate or oppressive, but this scene feels quite nuanced and universal. The ambiguity in Zohra's world reflects genuine emotions that transcend cultural boundaries. This human depth counters the simplistic or exotic views often found in Orientalist narrative. Move on to the next quote from page 99. Murad was sitting behind the counter reading a book. When the two women came in, it had been a quiet afternoon, disturbed by only the metronomic sound of the crackling radio at his feet. This quote highlights Murad's attempt to find solace in reading, contrasting with the mundane realities of his life. It subtly resists Orientalism by portraying a character who is introspective and engaged with intellectual pursuits, breaking the stereotype of Eastern individuals as passive or confined to tradition. Orientalism often emphasizes the exotic or otherness of non-Western societies, but this scene is grounded in the universal experience of seeking distraction or escape through books. The description of Murad's quiet environment, interrupted by the radio and daily life, emphasizes the balance between his internal world and external reality. This humanizes him, offering a layered portrayal that defies simplistic or exotized depiction. The next quote I choose is from page 35. She put them away in the armoire that was tipped against the naked cement wall because its wobbly legs, straightening the sheet that separated her bed from the children's as she walked out. This quote paints a vivid picture of Halima's difficult living conditions, showing her perseverance in maintaining order despite the poverty surrounding her. It resists Orientalism by portraying her as a fully realized, active character managing her daily struggles, rather than a passive victim or a figure of exoticism. Orientalism often romanticizes or sensationalizes poverty in non-Western societies, reducing it to a spectacle for outsiders. In contrast, this passage is matter of facts, emphasizing the resilience and humanity of Halima without resorting to pity or exotized imagery. The focus on her simple, practical actions make her struggle relatable and universal, countering Orientalist tendencies to dehumanize or oversimplify. The last quote in today's video is from page 113. He was struck dumb by her beauty. This quote reflects a moment of fascination and awe that at the sight of a woman's beauty. However, it aligns with a trope often found in literature, where a woman's physical appearance is focused on of admiration, potentially reducing her to an object of desire. While this moment might simply reflect the character's emotional response, it can also be viewed as playing into Orientalist tendencies, depending on the larger narrative context. Orientalist frequently fetishizes beauty in non-Western women, portraying them as exotic and mysterious. If this depiction of beauty is coupled with other stereotypes about Eastern women, it could reinforce an Orientalist perspective. However, if the story gives the woman depth, agency, or complexity beyond this moment, it could avoid or subvert such a reading by grounding the fascination in universal human reactions rather than reducing her to an exotic ideal. So that's all from me. I think Layla Lalami's Hope and Other Dangerous Pursuits offer a rich narrative that humanizes and characters are presents their struggle in a relatable way. By stepping away from stereotypes, the novel provides a nuanced view of Moroccan life. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.